guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I'm very excited to do this video today because I'm going to be doing what sold in January 2021 for over $75. I had a pretty good month so far. I actually had my best sales day ever. Keep in mind, I've only been doing this is my 6th month. So I had my best sales day ever in here in the middle of January, actually on my little sister's birthday, so thank you, Bethany. And I did about $1,000 in sales in that one day, which obviously really boosted my stats so far for this month. And I'm very excited for 2021 overall. And I'm actually going to be doing things a little differently with this one. So I'm going to go by profit margin. So we're gonna go from my lowest profit margin sale to my highest profit margin sale. That way you can see, you know, a mix of my cost of goods and the sale price. So let's get into it. I'm excited. Okay, so the first item that sold for the lowest profit margin, but still for over $75 gross, is this new with tag J.Crew sequin dress in watermelon stripe. So this dress was literally in, I think, the very first batch of reseller inventory that I purchased. I was very excited. I just wanted to start getting inventory. I had just binged watched so many videos of other resellers, and I thought I was ready to jump in. And I saw that J.Crew was having a big sale online. So I was like, let's go. Nowadays, I don't think I would really look twice at an online J.Crew sale. But yeah, so this took 148 days to sell. I would definitely not buy this again for more than, I don't know, maybe $15. So it did end up selling for $80. I'm embarrassed to say that I paid $33 for this dress. It's a cute dress, but it retailed at $228, and I think that's what I saw. I think that's where I was like, whoa, that's a huge savings. I know better now. We all know better by now, probably. So that profit margin was 38.75%. Not great. I definitely strive for a minimum of 50%, and that's after platform fees and shipping. A minimum of 50% profit margin, so that means that you are at least doubling your money that you spent as the cost of goods. And that did sell on Poshmark, which means that it was a hefty 20% fee. Okay, our second item is this new with tag self-portrait Elora lace asymmetric midi dress. A really gorgeous dress. I love self-portrait, and I sourced this online, I think at ThredUp. It was either ThredUp or The RealReal. I don't remember right now. So I ended up purchasing this dress for $58. And there definitely are plenty of comps. If you go search self-portrait, there's plenty of comps, sold comps for $400 or even $500. And I thought, this is new with tag. There's literally no other, still to this day, I can't find another of this same pattern dress for sale, this Elora with the long sleeves. So I felt pretty confident, and I still think I would buy it again for $58. So it only ended up selling for $150, and that's not terrible. That's still, I still grossed after platform fees, and so it was free shipping, or no, they paid shipping, so I did not have to pay for shipping. Sorry, that was Gypsy. Anyway, so I paid $58. After fees, I earned $120 on it, so I ended up getting $62 total for a profit margin of 41.33%. Not great. You you know, like I said, I would buy this again, I think, and just wait longer. So I had it in my closet for 70 days, and for something that's I'm trying to get $300 for, at least, that's not bad, really. And so this buyer had been going back and forth with me. I think they came in at like $80, and then I countered. You know, I think I had it listed originally for $300, so basically we met all the way down in the middle at $150, and I just felt, does this ever happen to you where you just kind of let your emotions get mixed up in there, and, you know, you're talking to the person and they really want the dress, and it still hasn't been getting much action or much offers, and you're like, you know what, it's gonna go to a good home. I know you really want it. I'm just gonna give it to you for maybe lower than I hoped. So, but still, getting $62 for something, just profit-wise, is still pretty good. Like, if my average sale price was $62 for everything, that would be great. Actually, I think it's kind of close to there. Okay, our third item is from For Love and Lemons. It is this For Love and Lemons Silk Barcelona mini dress in this cranberry Cabernet red color. This is really cute. I got this at Buffalo Exchange. It was part silk. You know, it's a really cute dress, and I knew that someone was going to want it, at least for Valentine's Day. So it ended up selling for $80 from an offer that I accepted. And let's see, I paid for it $30. So I paid up, but again, it was in great condition. It was silk. Valentine's Day was coming up, so it was very timely. And also spring, with it being a mini dress with long sleeves. It's kind of perfect. It had that bohemian vibe. People love this brand. And comps looked pretty good. So all of that went into my consideration when I purchased this. I was actually heading to the checkout, and it was just one of those things that caught my eye. I never look at the mini dresses, really, and if I had all day, then I would. But I usually just go jackets, pants, maxi dresses, shoes. So it just caught my eye. I think someone had pulled it halfway out, and I saw it, and I saw the tag and saw what it was and looked up comps. So I decided to get it, and I'm still happy with this sale. My profit margin ended up being 42.5%, and it was only listed for 9 days. So that too makes me really happy. If you can just get fast flip after fast flip, that is what is going to really just make your spreadsheet something you want to look at. Just the more things going through, you know, even if you are selling for less money every month, it's going to be so many more items that you're just going to end up selling more, having a bigger profits month after month. So something that will sell fast is great. So yeah, paid $30. I listed it for $100. Someone sent me an $80 offer that I accepted. So I only earned $34 total off of this dress, but some things you're like, even if I only get $30 or $40 off of it, I still really like this piece. I still really want it in my closet. I want people to go in my closet and see, oh, that's the kind of stuff she has, and they'll keep scrolling down. So yeah, this fit the exact aesthetic for my closet, and I'm pretty happy with that one. Our fourth item that sold for a 43% profit margin is these pair of Outdoor Voices leggings. They are called the Core leggings. I think they were previously called Tech Sweat, and they changed their name. I learned in my research when I was listing these. If you watched my last video, my Goodwill haul video, then you would have seen these. One pair of blue and one pair of green, both in size extra small. I decided to lot them up because they were both the exact same model of legging and the exact same size, and that ended up being a great idea. Good idea me. I am very smart. I am a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. So, total on both of these, I spent $26. So they were $13 each, but they were in great condition. They came out on a brand new rack. And so I went over there and I picked them up real fast, and they were only listed for 3 days. Amazing. That is great. I'm really happy that I lotted these up. And they did sell on Poshmark, so I did get 20% taken as their fee. Paid $26. I had them listed for at $100 because it's not crazy for leggings like that to each sell for at least $50, sometimes more if they're in good condition. I sent out an offer to likers with 10% off and free shipping, and they accepted. So they bought both of these for $90, which netted me $38.89 for a total profit margin of 43.21%. And like I said, only in my closet for 3 measly days. I would definitely buy these again. So Outdoor Voices tech sweat or core high-waisted leggings with the pocket in the back. Okay, number 5 are these Imogen and Willie Elizabeth water dip jeans in size 25. So I bought these at Uptown Cheapskate. If you don't have Uptown Cheapskate in your area, they are an amazing consignment store. They kind of focus on the more, I guess you would say, upscale kind of thing as compared to, I think Buffalo Exchange kind of runs the gamut on everything. And then if you have Pavement in your area, Pavement definitely does more of vintage or wacky. I think Pavement, it might be only in Austin and Houston. So it's very Austin aesthetic, very casual, colorful, very Gen Z. But anyway, so I got these at Uptown Cheapskate. They actually had 2 of these exact pair, just in different sizes. And I did sell my other size for, I think, $110 in December. So great. I was so happy to see these. I actually found out about this brand from Mogi Beth's. She did like a Bolo jeans brand video several months ago when I watched it. And so when I saw these going through every single pair of jeans at Uptown, I was so excited, and they were for a really good price too. Let's see, I paid up $28 each for those pair of jeans, but for this one, $28. And I ended up selling this one for $80, like I said. So it was on Poshmark, so I only got to keep $64 of that. So I got $36 for these jeans, which was a 45% even profit margin. And I'm really happy with that. Again, adding a brand new brand that is a Bolo brand for you to your closet drives a little more traffic to your closet. And like I was saying before with the For Love and Lemons pink silk dress, that this is the exact kind of stuff that I want to have in my closet. I think this brand, Imogen and Willie, is pretty kind of rare, I guess you would say. It's not likely that you're going to go into your local consignment store and find 2 of them at all. I mean, you'll see mother jeans everywhere compared to these, but these I haven't found any since or before this. So yeah, amazing. I would buy these again and again. And like I said, I did sell my other pair for $110. I took $80 on this because they were a $25, and those are just a little harder to sell size-wise. So they were listed for 42 days, so not bad. I would definitely recommend these. Like I said, they're just really chic, high-waisted. They are skinny, this model, but sold great. Okay, next up, one of my favorite brands to sell ever, Veronica Beard. This was a new Veronica Beard Diego Dicky jacket in cream. And when I say new, I don't mean new with tags. I mean new as in a new style that was like still on their website at the time. So sometimes I'll put new, instead of capital letters, new with tag NWT, I'll put just new NEW for when something is new. This was pristine, by the way, just not with tags. So gorgeous. This is one of those where from further away it kind of just looks cream or vaguely pastel, but when you get up close, it's this gorgeous melange of this like chocolate brown and this mauve pink and orange and navy blue. Not to mention, look at that. Not to mention that the buttons are just like this enamel, like nude blush pink enamel. The details on this one is really what got me. And I actually sourced this on Poshmark. I love searching other secondhand selling platforms for Veronica Beard because I feel like it's right in that middle ground where the hardcore resellers definitely know about it, but the more casual resellers, or the ones who, like, especially on Depop, where that's just not their jam, they're not really into selling Veronica Beard that much because it's way more Gen Z and like trendy and younger, and it's, you know, Veronica Beard is much more womanly and sophisticated, I would say. And so I love sourcing, especially on there. But anyway, I got these on Poshmark, and I got them from someone who didn't know what they had, and they were selling it for $65. Or I think they were probably selling it for a little higher, but then I offered $65, and luckily they accepted. So I had these listed for $300. After 69 days, it ended up selling for $200. Someone had offered me $180, and I countered at $200, and I didn't think they were going to accept because it had been like the whole next day. It was like 20 hours later, and I just kind of figured that was gone and I would sell it some other time. But then I finally got the notification that they accepted for $200, which I'm pretty dang happy with because I ended up profiting $95 for a profit margin of 47.5. So still under 50. You know, I'll definitely take it. I definitely love having Veronica, and I'll seek them out for as low as I can find them. I'll continue to do that, and it's okay if it doesn't quite make 50, especially at this higher dollar amount too, because, you know, $95 was deposited into my bank account from this, and that's always great. So yeah, that was on the 13th. That was my highest sales day ever. That was one of them, so that definitely helped. Okay, number 7 on our list, going from lowest profit margin to highest profit margin, is, guess what? Another Veronica Beard blazer. This time, new with tag. Hell yeah. So this is the Veronica Beard Cedric Tweed Dickie jacket in a size 10, new with tags. And this one I, again, sourced on Poshmark. Someone was selling it for insanely cheap, and I ended up getting it for $70. So I guess just right place, right time. Like I said, Veronica Beard is like in that limbo area where maybe the more casual sellers just don't value it as highly as they should. So you really want to catch those people who just don't know what they have, especially new with tag. And again, my big tip is to source for a lot of that stuff, classier stuff, on Depop, because they just don't specialize in that, and they really devalue it. And I found some really good, especially new with tag stuff from people on Depop. But anyway, so this one, got it for $70. I ended up accepting an offer on eBay this time for $225, and then it's plus $5 shipping. I kind of just put $5 shipping flat rate on most of my stuff from eBay, just because I feel like it helps me a little bit with my expectations of what I sold it for and what I'm going to have to end up paying for shipping. It doesn't seem to deter people from buying something if there's $5 shipping. That's kind of an innocent little number, but then it just helps me feel like I'm not losing a bunch of money in shipping if something is heavier. So anyway, this is a really cute blazer. What I love about this, and it's definitely another one that's just so much better in person, but the buttons on this are these tortoiseshell. They're tortoiseshell. It's so pretty, like translucent, and it's this gorgeous tweed. It kind of reminds me of like a denim, but it's like a white and light blue tweed, and then the ends, the hems, have this fraying. So it's a very, you know, Chanel meets Veronica Beard. It's a cotton blend, so I'm not surprised that somebody is buying it now, getting ready for a little bit of the warmer seasons. So that one got for $70, sold for $230. I profited about $130, and my profit margin was 47.87%. So, you know what this means. I need to go out and source more Veronica. definitely, because now I think I only have 2 more blazers in my closet from Veronica. One new with tag that I am so in love with, and I had 2 of them, and I've sold one of them, and I'm waiting for the other one. And then one other one that's, the reason it's not selling is because it is white. So our next item is actually also on eBay, and it is this Eddie Bauer 1936 Skyliner goose down jacket in a size small, a women's small. And if you watched my consignment store haul video, my first video, I believe that's the one it was in, you would have seen this. Basically, I got it from a consignment store. I believe I got it from Buffalo, and it was for a really cheap price. So they had it actually on sale, and it was for $13. And maybe it was on sale because it actually did not have the hood attached to it. But on a lot of the stock images that I found, they weren't even wearing the hood anyway. So that didn't really bother me at all. I just thought this had such a cute vintage vibe. I just saw this. And if it wasn't for the colors, like, see, this one is not as exciting. But if it wasn't for the colors of that lavender with that mustard yellow, the yellow lining is, I think, what really did it. Plus, I just loved this, the tags that were in it, just so vintage. Like, you could really tell that it was a remake of their actually 1936 goose down puffer jacket, the Skyliner model. So I paid $13 for this. I had it listed for $115. Someone sent me an offer for $75 on eBay, and oh, I see what happened here. Okay, so in my spreadsheet I have this listed as price sold $96, but really the difference there is that this person was from Czech Republic. Yeah, so that means that shipping was about $22, which they have to pay with the eBay International Shipping Program. So even if you have yours listed for free shipping, which I did, when they check out, they'll see what their shipping comes to. But yeah, it sold for $75, and I was kind of worried if it would sell or not without the hood. Okay, sorry, my ring light just went out, so I had to get up and fix it because it is an extraordinarily foggy day here in Austin. I literally couldn't see 20 feet out the window. It just looked white. But I really needed to film this video. So anyway, back to the Eddie Bauer Skyliner goose down jacket. So my profit margin ended up being 50.33%, which now we are finally entering the 50% minimum profit margin zone. So from here on, we're in the money. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Okay. So, but that actually sold in only 10 days. And I am definitely not surprised that it sold on eBay, for sure. I didn't think it would really sell on Poshmark. It's not trendy enough, but Eddie Bauer, eBay, makes sense. So bought it for $13, sold it for $75, and they had to pay $22 shipping. So my profit ended up being 50.33%. Okay, our number 9 is one of my favorites from this month. It is this Reformation Nikita ruffled midi dress in Etienne, size 6. This dress I also got at Uptown Cheapskate. It was priced at, I think, about $44, but because I had a 20% off at my Uptown Cheapskate, they have a really good rewards program where for every $300 you spend, you get 20% off of your entire next purchase. And they make it really, really easy to get to that 300 too, because it's $1 per point. And not only does it count for stuff you buy, but it also counts for stuff that you trade in. So if you trade in $70 worth of stuff and they give you $75 for it, they add 70 points. So I'm getting that $300 20% off reward all the time, and it's a big reason of why I love to go back there time and time again. So I found this dress there with my 20% off, it came to about $38. I looked at comps right there as soon as I saw this, and they looked so good. They were, you know, I wish, of course, that it was new with tag, but it was newer label. If you see the skinny label here, the white label, that's newer label. So it was perfect for spring coming up too. Just everything about it was perfect. And so I ended up selling it for $140, and it was only in my closet for 11 days, so that's really good. So bought it for $38, had it listed for $180, got an offer for $140 that I accepted. So I profited $74 for a 52.86% profit margin. I would sell this dress time and time again. It had so much attention. It was flawless, so gorgeous. It was the only size 6, so right in that sweet spot, and I just love getting Reformation. And plus, it had amazing stock photos. I mean, look at that. I wish I looked like that. I mean, I like my body, but yeah, that's why she gets paid the big bucks. Anyway, so I hope someone is wearing that to some kind of garden party or wedding that is somehow COVID friendly. Anyway. Okay, number 10 is a Johnny Was item. It is this Johnny Was mixed print scoop neck sleeveless dress. And I got this at Buffalo Exchange. Yes, I got this at Buffalo Exchange for $20. Yeah, $20. I was extremely happy to see that. They don't usually price Johnny Was that low there, so I don't remember what the dealio was, but there's the tag. And so I think, so there were other, basically this exact same dress, but other colorways that were 100% silk, and mine was not silk. It was, you know, probably polyester, Cupra rayon. So I think I would have definitely been able to get over $100 if it was silk. So, but I ended up selling this for $75 after 80 days, but I did list it in November, so that's not surprising whatsoever. And so got it for $20. I had it listed for $150. I was being very hopeful. I mean, you never know. There's Johnny Was collectors out there, so I always kind of start my Johnny Was higher. And I think I got a $75 offer. I think I did, because I didn't pay any shipping, so it must have been through an offer. And so that means that I got to take home $40 for a 53.33% profit margin, and love having Johnny Was in my closet, especially when it's the bigger things. It's not just a top or like a short dress, it's a big dress, or especially like a coat or a big old sweater. That is what you really want. Okay, our number 11 item is one of my faves for sure. It is the Zadig Voltaire CC Star Patch cashmere sweater in navy blue with real leather silver star patches on the elbow. If you watched my first video, the consignment store haul video from Buffalo Exchange, this was featured. This sold really fast. This sold in 2 days. I had it listed for $125, got an offer for $100, hit that accept button so fast, and looks like I paid $26 for it. So they had it marked up higher. But what I do when I go to consignment stores, and this is kind of a big part of my business plan in general, is so sometimes I'll take stale inventory into consignment stores as long as it was a really low cost of goods. But usually I'll do a couple really good bins trips, Goodwill outlet, the bins where you pay by the pound, and I'll specifically pick things out. Of course, I'm looking for things that are really good that I want to sell too, but that's just not super realistic for my Goodwill bins in Austin. I see videos from across the nation where they just have so much better luck at the bins, finding really good brands that I would just put right on Poshmark. Where that kind of fits into my business model is I buy things at the bins that I know that certain consignment stores will take, I'm very familiar with the different wants and needs and aesthetics of the 3 main consignment stores in my town that I go to. And so I'll take those in. They'll, take hopefully a lot of them, and they'll give me a trade-in amount, which, if you didn't know, when you go to a consignment store and you trade in things, if you use that trade-in that same day, you stick around, you buy some things, everything that you get up to that amount that you got for trade-in is tax-free because it's legally a trade. So I'm not saying force yourself to buy things that aren't that great that day, but definitely stick around that day and look around, and if there's really good stuff that you really want to get that have good comps and everything like that, just know that that is tax-free. So that's a really good incentive to stick around same day. It's also a really good plan if there's not that great of stuff there that day to just leave that balance there for you, that at most places it never expires. And so that way next time you go back and the next time you'll just have that money for when there is stuff there that you want to buy. But a lot of people don't know that it is tax-free. And a lot of the employees too that work there, of course they know that, but they might not always give you the tax-free. So I'm always very vocal about it, and I make sure that I know the discounts that I'm supposed to be getting. So what I definitely did that day is I took in a lot of stuff that I had gotten from the bins, and I think I got around like $75 credit. So what I ended up doing is I calculated the cost of those goods, of the stuff that I sold to them. I compared it with how much they gave it to me for, subtracted that, and then I took my receipt from the end of the day from Buffalo Exchange. Like, say I spent $250 there and I had 75%, so I just chopped that off. It's no longer $250, it's now $175, and then I basically prorate all of my cost of goods out from there. So this might have originally been for $35 or $38 or $40, but because of all the stuff I traded in and it evened out that day, this was calculated to be a cost of goods of only $26. So that's a huge part of my business plan, like I said. Regular Goodwills are amazing too, and I love going there on a weekly basis too, but definitely I cycle between Goodwill bins, regular Goodwills, and consignment stores where I take all the stuff I got at the bins. Of course, I steam them, I go through them, I fold them nicely, and I put them in a nice bag because they're more likely to take your stuff that way. If you ever have any questions about consignment stores and how to get the most bang for your buck there, definitely ask me down below. I'm very used to it by now, and I kind of know how they operate. But back to the Zadig and Voltaire sweater. So got it for $26, had it listed for $125, accepted a $100 offer after 2 days for a profit margin of 54%. I actually netted $54 and got a profit margin of 54%. So, okay. Okay, this next one is by far the fastest selling item that I've ever had. I listed it, and then I think maybe 20 minutes went by, and then I literally had someone buy it for full price. No, wait, they didn't buy it for full price. They bought it for $5 under full price. So basically the same thing in my eyes. So they wear these Ariat Western Heritage Russet Rebel cowboy boots in a size 9, women's. So they're just this really cute, kind of have this like flower motif stitching. And as you can see, they were still in really good condition. I picked these up at a Goodwill, not the bins, just a regular Goodwill. They did have them priced up to $20, but I had never tried out Ariat before, and I really wanted to. And I had never found them, in consignment stores. They always price them up a little too high, even with whenever I can apply a discount there from trade-in. So I put them for $85, and about 20 minutes later, someone offered me $80, and I pressed that accept button so fast that I almost got whiplash. So, sold in 0 days. I profited $44 off of these for a 55% profit margin For $20 or under, as long as they're in good condition and they're kind of cute. I don't think I would have bought a plain black, let's say, or even a plain brown necessarily, but I actually thought these were cute, and I would honestly never wear cowboy boots. That's just not my style, but they were cute. I wanted them. I wanted to, take them home with me, and I liked them. I liked looking at them, and I didn't have to look at them for that long because they came into my home one day and went out the next day. So thank you to that buyer. Thank you so much for just making my night that night. Okay, number 13 was a fun one. So it was these Vans and Disney old school 80s Mickey low top sneakers. And I saw these at a local consignment store. I believe it was Pavement. And they were absolutely pristine. They still had the little Vans tag attached there. And I looked up comps, and they looked really, really good, especially for brand new. These didn't have the box, but they still had the tag, so I was able to mark my listing new with tag. So I ended up paying $22 for them, which was great because I ended up selling them for $105. I had them listed for $125. I got an offer on eBay for $105, and I took it. I did end up paying about $10 shipping, which I can't be surprised about. I knew it was going to be about $10. I just hate having the thought of one amount in my mind, one profit margin, and then being like, oh, but that's actually minus $10. So I just hate that. But anyway, so I ended up profiting $59.17 for a profit margin of 56.35%, and only after 6 days. So these sold in less than a week, and I was very pleased. So Vans sell really well, Disney stuff sells really well. Of course, not all Disney stuff, because there's a bajillion Disney things out there, but stuff like this. And also checkerboard pattern is really in right now in 2021. I knew that as well. These were suede, real suede, nice suede, brand new, and all of those things combined, especially with the good price, like $22, I definitely put these in my bag not as soon as I saw them, but as soon as I looked up comps. So sold them for over $100, 56.35% profit margin. Really happy with these. I really like buying sneakers that are cool limited edition or crazy colors, and especially those Disney things when it's combined with a good Disney product. I remember one time I found at a regular Goodwill, it was one of those Disney Spirit jerseys. If you know what that is, I'll put up a picture, but it ended up being this long sleeved I think it was called Arendelle blue, which is from Frozen. It was like a glittery blue, and I bought it from Goodwill for $8, and then I sold it literally either that same day or the next day for $80. So 10 times what I paid for it. It was just a long sleeve tee, and I think I sold it on Mercari the next day. So highly recommend when you see Disney things that look like they're something. I'm not talking about a Mickey like long t-shirt nightgown that somebody's grandma would wear, but you can sometimes tell, or just look it up. Disney is good. People love Disney, especially Frozen too, and especially old school Mickey Vans like these. All right, number 14. We only have a few left, and we're getting higher and higher in profit margin. So this one, I love these. I was so happy to see these. I found them at Uptown Cheapskate. They are new with tag, Veronica Beard, Ember, wide leg, high waist jeans. So I was flipping through all the jeans at Uptown Cheapskate like you do, and I saw it was Veronica Beard, and then I saw that it had a little black string coming down from inside, and sure enough, there it was, new with tag, pristine. Oh, that just made my day. Veronica's good enough for a good price, right? But new with tag. So I had a small discount going that day from trade-in, and then I had my 20% off, so these ended up costing me about $35. Had them listed for 3 days, y'all. I had them listed for $200. I got an offer for $180. Again, one of those amazing, reasonable offers where you just want to give that person a hug. And so that gave me a profit of $101.89 for a 56.61% profit margin. I actually sourced another pair of new with tag Veronica Beard high-waisted, very flare leg jeans. Not these, but similar, on Depop just yesterday for I think about the same price, about $30 or $35, and I'm going to try to sell them for about $200 as well. So that is great. New with tag Veronica Beard, if it's a blazer, first of all, new with tag makes a difference, but not as big a difference as their jeans or their dresses. Those jeans or dresses, they really drop down in resale value when they are not new with tag for Veronica Beard. But if they are new with tag, you can get a significant amount higher for them. So I don't get as excited. So example, at Goodwill like a month ago, I found this pair of Veronica Beard, not new with tags, but in perfect condition. They were a pair of high-waisted, flared leg black pants that kind of had the buttons going up here, how they do. And those sold within a week for $90. I had them listed for $100. I sold them for $90. Not new with tag. Very similar style to these, but these are new with tag. I sold them for literally double. So that's just one example. I feel like I've gotten a pretty good insight into the Veronica Beard, market value secondhand of their stuff by now. So if you ever have any questions, if you have something Veronica Beard that you've sourced or you're considering sourcing, just let me know. I would love to help. Alright, we only have 4 more things left now. These are the best of the best right here of 2021 so far. And the next thing, and you would have seen this on my first video, my consignment store haul video. I actually got this from Pavement in Houston when I went there for Christmas. And this is the Free People Bali Festival bodysuit maxi dress. I was totally in love with this when I saw it. It's crazy how much Free People stuff can run the gamut from meh to oh my god. This was one of those oh my god moments where this dress just had so much fabric. It was so much just around the bottom. If you wore it and you spun around, it would just go out like this. It was so pretty. And the fact that it had that bodysuit underneath was what really sold it. Like, that's just so cool. And it was intimately Free People. Let's see what the stats are. So I purchased this since I was out of town. I didn't have any trade-in. I didn't have any rewards or anything like that. I had to get it for full price, which was only $24. That's all that they wanted for this. So $24. I had it listed for $150. It lasted 8 days before I got an offer on Mercari for $120. So that ended up giving me a profit of $69.22 for a profit margin of 57.68%. So love that. I would definitely get that again. Maybe I'll go to Houston again sometime soon. That's where my husband's from, so I had a good time sourcing there. Okay, so my third best profit margin item for January of 2021 was probably the thing I was most excited to find. I found this at Buffalo Exchange, and because of this one item, I search the sweater section of everywhere I go, no matter what season it's gonna be or what. It was this Doén Lulu wool alpaca sweater in black, size medium. That's what it looks like in another color, just so it's easier to see the knit on it. So I got this. I did have a little bit of a discount from trade-in that time again, so my price ended up being about $30 for this. It lasted 10 days before I got an offer on eBay for $155, so I went ahead and took that. So I profited almost $100 off of this, $94.72 for a sweater, and my profit margin on this was 61.11%. So I'm just envisioning in my mind just seeing that Doén tag every time I'm looking through sweaters. And I know they make more than sweaters, but this sweater just sold so well and it got so much attention that I want to find more of their sweaters in particular. Of course, a dress would be amazing as well. Okay, now for my second best profit margin sale in January 2021. This was something that surprised the hell out of me. I saw it and I almost didn't even look up comps because I thought it's just a sweatshirt. But it is the brand The Great, and it is the Swan graphic print college sweatshirt. As you can see, it looks fairly simple. It's just a distressed terry cloth 100% cotton sweatshirt with a swan on it. But guess what? It sold for $150 in 2 days. This was my first time finding The Great. Also got it at Buffalo Exchange. Can't express how much I love that store. So I got it for $21. I sold it for $150. It sold for full asking price. I had gotten a couple offers on it that weren't necessarily low balls, but I just knew that I wanted higher because based on comps, and I saw a couple ISOs for this as well, which means in search of, if you've ever seen those on Poshmark, where it's not a regular ad of something for sale, it's something that people are in search of, so that's always good. It means there's a high demand for something that you have and a low supply. So that's exactly what happened here. There was a high demand, it got a lot of attention, and I'm glad that I didn't accept those other offers because someone after 2 days on Poshmark swooped in, bought it outright for $150. So I profited $99 off of this sweatshirt for a profit margin of 66%. I could not have been happier about a sale. Except for maybe my next sale because it is the best profit margin of the whole month of January 2021. It is on eBay. Not super surprised, and I was extremely excited to see this brand when I flipped through it. It is another sweater, and it is from Acne Studios. It is the Acne Studios dramatic mohair sweater in yellow. So I've had this listed, let's see, first of all, I paid $33 for this at Buffalo Exchange, and they did have it for more, but I had trade-in credit that day. It was definitely priced in the 40s, which is still amazing. I would have bought it if I didn't have credit that day. So I bought it for $33. I had it listed for $235 for quite a while, and so for 26 days. So not even that long in the grand scheme of things. It was flawless. I finally got an offer for $200, and I said accept because I knew that that would give me a 70.86 profit margin. I profited $145 off of this one sweater. So that is my highest profit margin of the month. So for everything over $75, we ran the gamut from a profit margin of just 38.75% all the way up to almost double that at 70.86%. So overall, let's see what our averages are here. So my average profit margin, and again, this isn't for the whole month. There was a lot of things I sold for under 75, but just for this higher tier that I thought would be more interesting for this video. So my average profit margin was 52.24%, which is great because 50 is what I like to keep my minimum at. Then let's see, My average days listed was 30. Pretty good, pretty good. Definitely if your average is under 40 or even under 50, that's really good. And then my median would be even a little lower too. My average cost of goods for everything that's sold for over $75 was $32.89. So with it being said that I like the mid-tier luxury stuff and that all of this basically was, you're usually going to have to pay up for that. And I would have had to pay up even more if not for these ways that I try to get around these consignment store prices, from whether it's reward programs, tax-free incentives, or just trade-in credit. So definitely look into all of that if you're not super familiar with consignment stores. They don't have to be that expensive. You can get things for Goodwill prices at consignment stores if you just have some workarounds. This has been everything that's sold for over $75 in January of 2021. Join me next time when hopefully I will be at the Buffalo Exchange outlet. I'm so excited to go. I love Buffalo Exchange so much. So I'm definitely planning on going to their outlet soon. I just found out that they have an outlet location in San Antonio, Texas, which is about an hour-and-a-half drive south from me. I live in Austin. I just found out about this 2 days ago, and basically I'm just waiting for my GoPro to arrive. I bought a GoPro and a mount that goes around your neck that's like a rigid plastic mount. So basically the camera will be here. I'm just gonna go, I got a memory card, I'm gonna turn this thing on, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to the Buffalo Exchange outlet. I haven't been this excited about a sourcing opportunity in a hot minute, in a while. So thank you so much for watching this. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, my next video.